Hello, everybody. I'm so excited to be here that I didn't even pause to put on makeup or anything like that or do my hair. I probably should have, since this is kind of like a big deal, but you guys are going to see me in all of my like sweaty middle of the day glory with no makeup whatsoever because I'm really excited about, let's see if I can show you guys about this. So this is one box of 5. And so in this box is, let's see if I can lift this up. In this box is my brand new book, aka Bodymagic. And so I got 5 enormous boxes, well, 5 small boxes, I guess, which is all the boxes are kind of falling apart. Like they're kind of like coming apart at the seams, to be honest. So I'm glad they're actually in smaller boxes. But inside each of these boxes is my brand new graphic novel called Bodymagic. And so I had to just jump on and do this right away. Like I didn't even put on any makeup or change my clothes. Like this is just like my random, like whatever, at home chilling outfit. And so I'm going to use my keys to like crack this open. And if you guys don't know, this book has been in the works since like 2019. And I have not released a graphic novel for like a long time. And so I'm just really excited. If you want to grab your own copy, you can do so at on the Kickstarter. Oh my god, you guys. I kind of can't believe this. Oh my god. You guys. Oh my god. Look, it's the book. How exciting is that? Holy shit. I'm so glad. Wow, it's so fat. I'm glad I'm doing this live so it catches all of my insane reactions. Like, oh my god, I can't believe it. And as you can tell, it's like kind of the cream color, which is the same color that Witchbody was printed when it was done Riso. Oh my god, it's so thick. Oh my god, I can't believe it, you guys. This is my new book. This is so crazy. And it's so nice to unbox this live so that my like excitement could just be caught forever. Oh my god. So it's like the same size as Witchbody. And oh my god, you guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. And so I'm just so fucking excited. You guys, check this out. And look how thick and fat it is. So my first book, Witchbody, I'll have like one of the self-published ones to the side. Let me just go grab that so I can show you guys like how much thicker this one is. I'm just making room for this box. My couch is like full of other random shit. 1 second. Okay. So this is my first book, Witchbody. As you can see, this is the self-published version. The ones that were published by Wiser does not have this. The ones that are published by Wiser has like the little spine that says what it's called. And so this is my first risograph book, Witchbody. And as you can see, it's like staple bound. And so this was what it was. I probably should do like a YouTube walkthrough of this book at some point because why not? And so, oh my god, I still can't get over it. You guys, look at this. Crazy. And it's, look how much fatter it is. It's like, you guys probably can't fully tell. But the new book is like more than 200 pages. I think it's like, oh my god, you guys. This is like the first time opening it. So I guess I'll open it so you guys can see. Oh my god. You guys, I can't even. Oh my God, I can't. This feels so insane. I almost like can't believe it. Oh man. I can't believe that is like in my hands. I've been working on this book since 2019. And as you guys probably know, I spent like all of last year drawing and painting this. It's like 150 pages of comics. And as you can see, it's like chapters, which I've never done a graphic novel with chapters before. I can't even, you guys. I can't believe it. And the afterward. My acknowledgements. So let's see. And so this is all of my Kickstarter backers. This is all my Kickstarter acknowledgements. And so obviously this is going to be available in a more commercially like Amazon published version. But oh my God, this feels like, it feels so nice. Oh yeah, and then this is a back cover. So I always feel good about having like a nice back cover. Oh my God. And so I wanted it to be the same size, like 8 by 10, and it pretty much is the same size. As you can see, 8 by 10. And so I know there's a few guys watching live. If you are watching live and you bought it from the Kickstarter, please let me know. But look, you guys, so exciting. I have been, I don't know, this just feels so surreal. It feels so surreal. The paper feels a little bit less thick than the original printing of this book. Let's just see. Am I delusional? Maybe I am delusional. Maybe it is the same paper. I feel like I asked for the same paper, so I think it probably is. It's the back cover. I can't even believe it. And it feels so hefty. And this one does not have a giant bibliography like my other one does. So it literally is just like pretty much just comics, the entire thing. So I can't believe it. Yeah, this is crazy. And so this type of binding is called perfect binding, in case you don't know. It's this kind where you can see the edge. And I think it's going to look really nice on everyone's shelf. You guys. So as you can see, every box has like a whole bunch in it. So heavy. Oh my God. So what I'm going to be doing, I'll just show you guys all the books. Look at the books. So I'm going to be ritually blessing these on the new moon, full moon. I can't remember what I decided. Near the end of this month. And so once I do that, then I will send these out to everyone who bought them. Let me just see. What did I decide? Yeah, the June new moon is when I will be blessing these, and I'll be numbering them by hand and signing every one of them by hand, which is like how I do things. Oh man, feels really emotional. So I've been working on this project like for so long that it almost feels like really emotional that it's going to be put out into the world, you know? Like I think this project it feels just as raw as Witchbody did at the time. Like now I don't really feel like Witchbody is raw because I've kind of surpassed that point in my life. But now this is like I could not have done this like back when I first wrote it. So I guess I'll just read a little bit of the afterword. Should I do that? I don't know. Maybe I'll read the first little. So the book starts with 3 different quotes that I think are really important as little introductions to kind of set the stage for the vibe of the book. So the first one is by an occultist called Eliphas Levi, and it says, "Madness holds reason in horror, and on all subjects it delights in the exaggerations of falsehood. The cause of all bewitchments, the poison of all philters, and the power of all sorcerers are there," which I feel is really epic. The next quote is by Mary Oliver, and it says, "Tell me, what else should I have done? Doesn't everything die at last, and too soon? Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life?" Which I think is really epic too. And the third little quote is by Clarissa Pinkola Estes, and this is from one of my favorite books, Women Who Run with the Wolves. Those of you guys who know my work will know this is like one of my favorite books. I tell everyone to read it. And so it's one of my favorite quotes ever. And so it says, "The doors of the world of the wild self are few but precious. If you have a deep scar, that is a door. If you have an old story, that is a door. If you love the sky and the water so much you almost cannot bear it, that is a door. If you yearn for a deeper life, a full life, a sane life, that is a door." And so I feel like these 3 quotes really set the stage for what I intend to do with this book and in this book. So hopefully those have given you tingles, because it definitely gives me tingles. And so it starts off with this to begin, a love letter, and I guess I'll just read this. So I'll show you guys. So it says, I'll try to show you guys while I'm reading it. Let's see if that works. "To begin, a love letter. Hello, beautiful soul. I hope this love letter finds you well. I hope you cherish your body, your breath, your heart, your mind, your precious life. I hope that whatever you've been through, what you read in the pages to come, brings you hope. I hope these pages bring you closer to yourself. I hope these pages remind you of how much of a miracle you are. I hope you know however good or bad or confusing or liminal or suspended or messy things seem right now, wherever you are, there is more. We can heal more, learn more. We can meet ourselves more deeply, more sincerely, more curiously. We can live life more authentically, and in doing so, we can create ripples, reminding everyone in our sphere that they too can expand into becoming more of themselves. I invite you to read what follows with an open mind. It'll reintroduce you to me if we've met before, and I hope it will reintroduce you to yourself, parts of yourself you've covered up, forgotten about, or tried to avoid. Our bodies and spirits and souls and minds are full of magic, infused. Ask me how I know this. The capacity each one of us has within ourselves to change, heal, transform is limitless. Whatever may seem inevitable, unavoidable, isn't necessarily so. What life do you choose? What's next? Do you choose to tap into this deep well of magic inside of you, to meet yourself anew, to change, to transform, to be catalyst? And then it just begins. The first chapter. And so I'm not going to read the whole book to you guys right now, obviously. Once it's been out for a while, I probably will do like story time on YouTube. But there's different chapters. The chapters are called, so it starts off. Okay, I should probably tell you guys what the subtitle of this book even is. So it's Bodymagic, a graphic novel by me. And the subtitle is Witchcraft, Medicine, Trauma, and My Journey to Myself. And the chapters are Blood, some of the chapters are longer than others. That one was kind of a long one. Land. This one is also kind of long. Body. Magic. relationship work. I think that's the last chapter. The end. So crazy. So yeah, I have so much to say. So I am going to be doing a proper book talk for this in a few months, probably. I'm assuming probably sometime next month, because I want to bless these properly at the new moon at the end of this month. And then once I do that ritual with all the books, then I'm going to have to package them and send them out. And I want to give people some time with it, maybe a month. So I'll probably do, I don't know, I'm going to have to look at the astrology, but probably sometime in July. I'm assuming probably near the end of July when there's like a fuller new moon or something. Likely will be when I'll do a paid book talk for this. And so that is something you can grab on the Kickstarter, which I linked in the description of this video. And this is a printing of like 150. I'm keeping, I think I was given 160. So I'm probably going to keep like 2 for myself and then save the other 8 to be sent off to awards and stuff, because there's some awards I want to submit this to. So cross your fingers for me for that. And so let me see how many do I have accounted for. I think about 60 or 70 are accounted for, because there is a few shops that have bought some that will not be reflected in the Kickstarter numbers. And so with a printing of 150 and about, let's say 70 of them are already purchased, so that's pretty much like halfway sold out. So if you do want to get one, I would probably do that sooner rather than later, because this will sell out. I've never done like a Risograph hand printed edition of a book that hasn't sold out. It's never happened. And I don't know if I'll be doing another handmade edition. So in case you guys don't know what Risograph is all about, so this edition is completely hand printed and completely everything done by hand. Whereas the edition that's going to be coming out later on Amazon, that's obviously just going to be like printed at Amazon, and it's going to be an Amazon book, which my other self-published books are also Amazon books. Amazon books are amazing. I'm in love with the Amazon self-publishing platform. I think it's fantastic. I think it's revolutionary. But anyway, if you want something that is a bit more of like handmade completely from start to end, and you want something that is printed by hand, that made by real people as a physical object, like an art object, you are going to want to grab this. And so if you don't know what Risograph is, it's a really unique style of printmaking that, again, it's all done by hand, but it's kind of like a mix between screen printing and Xerox. So it is like a machine, but it has like these ink drums, and like everything has to be done by hand, right? And so it really is like a printmaking technology that a human being like has to do, and like you get your hands messy and like everything has to be perfect. And so what I love about the Risograph type of printmaking is that no 2 books are going to be exactly the same. Like they're going to be all a little bit different. Some of them are going to be a little bit darker on some pages, some of them will be darker on other pages. And the other interesting thing about Risograph, which is why I love it as an art form and why I chose it for my first book, Witch Body, is because Risograph never like 100% dries. It'll like 99% dry, but there is like a bit of a tackiness to it. Like your hand isn't going to be black unless you're like literally sitting, like today is really fucking nice and hot here. It's like 27 degrees Celsius. So if I bring this book outside and read it in my backyard, like there will be a bit of tackiness on my hands. And so the reason why I think this is a plus rather than negative is it's a book that it becomes this talismanic object. It's going to show you your relationship to it. Your fingerprints on the book, it's going to be like the path being walked in the forest, where it's like there's no official path, but it's kind of grows there over time because you've walked like that forest pathway, like through the grass, through the twigs so many times that it shows you your relationship to it. It's going to show you how you've walked through it. It's going to show you which pages do you linger on, which pages do you kind of skip through. And I love that, honestly. And it is a reason why the first my first book has become like a little bit of a collector's item among witchy people. So this obviously was picked up by Wiser, Red Wheel Wiser, which is like one of the biggest English language witchy kind of occult publishers. So I'm very honored about that. But their version of it is, I think it must be offset printing. I'd be shocked if it isn't. But it's more of like a digital style of printing that is done with machines. And so it's mass produced, right? And so this first edition of Witchbody, so once I was signed with Wiser, I never made any more of these. I do have like a few lying around. So if someone does want this handmade edition of Witchbody, just let me know. There's not that many left, and I'm never doing another printing of it, obviously, because I'm not allowed. And so there are a few of these. If someone really is into like collector's items and like artist books and stuff like that, feel free to reach out. But and all that to say, I don't know, I feel like kind of speechless with this, even though I've been babbling for 20 minutes now. But if you're into artist books, this is going to be something that you're going to want to check out. And it's honestly so stunning. Like, it's so beautifully produced, this thing. Like, I'm just kind of in awe how nice it is. And this book has been, like, I've been working on this since 2019, you guys. Like, 2019. And it feels like, so it's like 6 years I've been working on this book, and it's finally fucking done. And look how nice it looks. I'm just like, I can't believe it. So yeah. I don't know if anyone here has any questions. This is like very kind of like spontaneous, slipshod little talk, but I just could not fucking wait. Obviously, I couldn't even put on makeup or do my hair or like put on an outfit that looks like not like a pajama outfit, because I was just so fucking excited to show you guys. Like, I can't even believe it. So thank you so much to everyone who has supported the Kickstarter and who has purchased a copy of this edition. I'm honestly so grateful. It was really, really important to me to have an edition that is handmade, that is a talismanic object, that has more energy to it, more sacredness to it, more collaboration between myself, the printer, the paper, the ink, the binder, like all of these different people that are working together to make this be like the most beautiful like artist object that it could possibly be. Like, that was really important to me. Again, I love the Amazon self-publishing platform, but it's also like at my core, I'm an artist, like, you know what I mean? And so it feels really emotional to see this like finally all done. Like, I can't even fucking believe it. Let me just pull out a few so we can see what it all looks like together, you guys. Look. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to go on live on Instagram in just a minute to do this for my Instagram people. But look at this. I can't even. Oh, it feels like so emotional. And I was like, am I going to cry on YouTube? Is that what's going to happen? And I don't think it's going to happen, but I do feel myself like tearing up and just feeling like so like moved. I'm proud of myself and just so grateful that, because like this edition would not have happened if everyone hadn't been able to fund it, because it was money, you guys. And so I just feel so grateful for the support of everyone who has supported my art, has supported my writing, has supported my career, has supported like every random shit that I have to say on all of my various platforms. And I just feel really emotional. So like, I get a lot of hate mail. Like, if you guys were on my Instagram earlier today, you would see I got some bullshit hate mail from some crazy person. And so whenever I do get the nice support from everyone, and I can like, when the Kickstarter was funded, like actually when my Kickstarter went over the number, like I fucking cried my eyes out. I looked like a little baby crying because I was so moved by that support that you guys all have given me. And like, I just feel that a lot right now. Like, I feel like that today. And I just feel, I don't know, just like so grateful and so moved that this was able to be birthed. And I have like 4 other boxes over there, and I just can't wait to hand number them and then do the little ritual where I'm going to be blessing them. I don't know exactly what kind of ritual I want to do yet. I have to think about it. But I'm working with this, I probably shouldn't say too much, but I'm working with this fantastic client who is a budding astrologer and who will be offering astrology services. And so this lovely human told me, we spent like a bunch of hours this morning talking about my chart and everything. And what was so interesting about that conversation was he was saying that for me, this new moon, it like merges with a lot of shit in my chart. And it's like going to be a really potent time for me, and it just kind of blew my mind. I was like, hold on, I've decided to bless these books at that exact new moon. So it's very interesting that intuitively I just knew that this was going to be a really important, like significant time for me and my creative work. And just, I don't know, I just feel emotional. Like I just feel so supported and so loved and appreciated by all of you guys. So I just want to say thank you. And yeah, I don't know what else to say right now. I'm just kind of speechless again, even though I've talked for like so long now. But if you are a store watching this, please be in touch. If you're a store, I can give you a special link to send me dollar bills if you want to grab some of these special editions for your store. Again, there will be a like normal cheaper edition that is not handmade, but for anyone who really does love like artist books and stuff like that, then this is for you. Oh my god, hi Bella. Check it out. Check it out. Yeah, I can't even. So if anyone wants to grab it that hasn't grabbed it yet, you can do so at the Kickstarter link in the description of this video. If you are a store, send me a holler and we'll figure something out, because there is no way to do it easily on Kickstarter where people want to order like 5 or 10 copies for their store or even like for their friends or something. So I just feel really fucking emotional, you guys. I didn't think this book was ever going to happen. Not because I didn't want it to happen, but because it's so, like, it's just an emotional book, you know? It's like very memoir. It talks a lot about like childhood trauma. It talks a lot about like the relationship between witchcraft and magic and childhood trauma, and how our bodies hold so much stuff and how we can work with magic to just heal our bodies from trauma, basically. And Bella, you're saying you love that it's so thick. I know, it's so fat. It's like 225 pages. Can you believe that? And it has, I think, 150 pages of comics, I think, something like that. 156 pages of comics, something like that. And so that is like triple the amount of comics that are in Witchbody. Witchbody only has like, I don't know, 50 pages, 60 pages of comics. Like it might, like, I think what makes Witchbody seem huge is I think that so it is actually a pretty short graphic novel, you know? And so I think what makes this seem really thick is my enormous acknowledgement section and my bibliography. And there is like a foreword. So I don't know who I should ask to write the foreword. It's from my first book, Witchbody. I had Tim Morton write the foreword. If you guys don't know his work, he's amazing. Environmental philosopher type of dude. Very cool dude. Who I actually got to meet in person quite a few times, and he's just like lovely. But I'm really curious like who I'm gonna ask to do a foreword for like a future edition. But the first edition ever of Witchbody had no foreword, so it's kind of like on brand. But yeah, so it's fucking huge, and there's no bibliography at all. Like I think I might release another edition later with the bibliography and like more of like an academic analysis of what I'm doing in this book. But I just wanted to have something just be like pure comics, like pure graphic novel. Like it just goes like literally comics the whole way through. It's like a lot. And yeah, it's so thick. I know. I just can't believe it. Does anyone have any questions? Like, I'm just like emotional. So for anyone who doesn't know what the book's about, maybe I should, like, what did I even write on Kickstarter? Let me pull it up. So what I wrote on Kickstarter, let's see, what did I say? And you guys can read along. I put the link in the description of the video. Okay. So I think I'm just going to read the fucking Kickstarter for posterity. So it's like, who are you? So I said, hi, I'm Sabrina. I'm a no-nonsense spiritual teacher and transformative life coach whose work helps people claim their magic and change their lives. I do this through tarot readings, coaching sessions, online courses, my online community, social media presence, including Instagram, YouTube, my podcast, and of course, my books, which I draw and write and design. Part of my story is that I've healed from trauma, childhood/developmental trauma, as well as sexual abuse and rape as an adult, and have lived to tell the tale, and not just lived, but blossomed and bloomed. I did this with magic and witchcraft as the foremost wind in my sails. And this book, Bodymagic, a graphic novel about witchcraft, trauma, and healing, is the book where I talk about what I felt, how I healed the relationship between trauma and magic, and how magic can help us heal our wounds and plant the seeds for a better life. And so, let's see. In the About section, I wrote, witchcraft is special for a lot of reasons. One of those reasons is it can help us reclaim our agency and reconnect to ourselves after trauma. We can move from being fearful and paralyzed to being active participants and directors of our own recovery and flourishing. Witchcraft is a practice, it's a method, and it's compatible with any belief system and no belief system. Believe in God? Sweet. Atheist? Also cool. Whatever you believe, witchcraft can help connect you to your agency, your personal power, and your ability to create change in your own life. Bodymagic, a graphic novel about witchcraft, trauma, and healing. And you'll notice like slightly different from the subtitle I used in the printed edition. Is a graphic novel about all these things. If you're familiar with my first book, Witch Body, You Have a Frame of Reference, Bodymagic is written and illustrated in the same style. That is to say, it's autoethnographic or auto theory or memoir or life writing, depending on your frame of reference. There are no characters, there is no plot, it's not fiction. What it is a meandering poetic prose that at times deeply philosophical, at times rambling, at times vulnerable, at times cutting, and at times curious. The figure you see in the story is me now, me as a child, me in Colorado where I grew up. Let me see, there's going to be like a mountain scene. As if you guys don't know, Colorado has hella mountains, and so I grew up in the mountains. In Colorado, where I grew up. And then in Toronto, where I live now. Let's see, is there a good Toronto scene? This is a pretty Toronto scene. It's like trendy Bellwoods Park for my Toronto people at the top. If you know what I'm talking about, hopefully you do. And me in Toronto, where I live, me in Scotland, an ancestral land, because obviously my last name is Scott. And that is near the end. Let me just see if I can find. So those of you who have been to Scotland, specifically if you've been to Edinburgh, you will know exactly what and where this is. These illustrations are scenes from a life. Mundane, yes, but punctuated by spirituality. You'll see spirit guides, energy, and witchcraft depicted as the words on the page echo my experiences of living through and healing from trauma with witchcraft and magic. This book will be difficult for some to read. The few people who have read it found it deeply moving, and it moved most to tears. I have heard that early readers have felt recognized, understood, held, like I revealed a truth of their own healing buried deep inside them, that some had not thought about in quite some time. So yes, in some ways, it's a bit of a dark book, but it's also a hopeful book. This book is not prescriptive and it's not a how-to step-by-step. There are no recipes or rituals. And what you'll get instead is a manifesto, a love letter, and I would say also a memoir. A manifesto about witchcraft and how it helped me heal, a love letter from me to anyone who has ever been through hell and lived to tell the tale. A graphic novel about the magic and power and resilience of the body, mind, and spirit. And so this is the last part I'll read from the Kickstarter, just to kind of give you guys the vibe. And so I anticipate people asking me the question, like, why a graphic novel and not a how-to book? Like, I'll probably write one of those eventually, to be honest, on this topic. But for now, I wanted to do this first. And so my response to that was, as an artist and writer, I'm attentive to which format and medium best suits which project. I choose to write this poetically and do it in an illustrated graphic novel format because the images say what words can't. And the juxtaposition between word and image, the dance between the two, does something word and image alone, when they're separated, cannot do. The content here is personal. I've already done like the 101 book you guys already know, Curse and Cure, Magic for Real Life, which you can get everywhere on Amazon. And with images, I can meander between place and time, magical and mundane with ease, and show them all at once, either in the same panel or on the same page. The visual poetry of the pages and the rhythm of the illustrations supports the melody of the words. And so it's with a graphic novel, like you can kind of show spiritual experiences, in a way that you kind of can't otherwise, like with this scene, for instance. It's like being in ritual, like what does that feel like? Bella, what name did you use for the dedication? I honestly can't remember, but it should be in the back somewhere. Let's see. What are some other like spiritual pages? Anyway, I'm just really excited and I'm really emotional and I can't believe it's like in my hands. It just feels crazy, you know? Oh, these are pretty spiritual. So for when I was younger, an owl was like a big spirit guide for me. And so you kind of see my child self, my adult self, and the owl spirit kind of guiding me through. And I feel like that experience would be a really hard thing to just do just in writing. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that would be like it just wouldn't slap as hard, you know, like it wouldn't land in the way that you can do it with a graphic novel, right? And so obviously the cover of this book too is like, for my tarot people will know this was kind of like very Two of Swords vibe, which is very self-protective. And so this is like me as a little kid, and then this is me as an adult. As you can tell, I always have my hair in a fucking bun. And this is me on the cover of Witch Body with my, I used to have bangs, you guys. And then skeleton, death card. So anyway, I'm just fucking excited. I can't even believe this is here. I know I keep saying that a million times, but I really want this book to help people. Like I really want this book to help people feel seen and heard and understood and like they're not alone. And let's see the dedication. Okay, so I'll show you guys the dedication. This book is dedicated to everyone who has ever dared to heal out loud. And I feel like emotional as I'm even like saying that, because it's so true that healing out loud, it is so courageous. It's so hard. A lot of people will talk shit and be like, why aren't you over it yet? Or like, why are you spilling your shit all over the internet? And it's just like, because honestly, like when I was just went through some bullshit when I was a lot younger, like it gave me so much strength to hear other people's stories and for people to share their process and their healing journey. And so that is a big part of what I want to do with this book, especially since they can compare like some of the experiences I talk about in this book to where I'm at now. And it's like, I'm at peace and I'm chill. And like, I have a pretty happy, relaxed, blessed life, to be honest, like touch wood, obviously. Don't want to jinx myself here, but you know, if I can go through hell and survive and be happy and heal my shit, then like so can you, and so can whoever is going through it. And I just want this book to be a beacon of hope for people who want it, who need it, who have been through some drama and sometimes worse than drama, and just, you know, a lot of people have just been through it. And so I really wanted to share my story and link my healing process to this thing called witchcraft and magic and spirituality and all of that, because like I really believe strongly that I would not be here today if it wasn't for witchcraft and magic and spirits and all of that. To be honest, like all that shit saved my life. And this book I kind of talk about how, you know. And anyway, yeah, that's that. So if you want a copy of it, at least this version of it, you can do so with the link in, I think, the description of this video. It's just a link to the Kickstarter, because that is where you can buy this for now, and this will sell out. So yeah. And there are some scenes that are very like reminiscent of Witch Body, so there's some kind of like callback stuff with that. So yeah, I'm just, I don't know, really excited. And Bella, I just double checked, you are in the acknowledgements. I just wanted to make sure. I did get everybody. I was really happy that I waited so long to make sure everyone gave me consent to be in the acknowledgements. So here it is. And I'm so excited to be able to just fucking share this with you guys, you know? And I love how fat it is. So good. Okay, does anyone have any questions before I go? Because I should probably do a little bit of this on Instagram really quick. And I want to go outside. It's so fucking gorgeous out, and just get a little bit of sun and just like bask in the vibes. But before I go, does anyone have any questions? And if not, maybe we'll just leave it at that. And if anyone does have any questions, feel free to let me know, like reach out. And I guess one more thing I'll say is if anyone is looking for coaching or mentorship on self-publishing, or you want to release a book, whether it's a poetry book, an art book, a graphic novel, whatever, like I do have a lot of experience with all the different types of publishing, whether it's like the handmade, fully DIY, whether it's working with a publisher, whatever it fucking happens to be, like holler at me if you want any coaching or mentorship around that stuff. Like I'm really happy to help. Like I believe that everyone's story deserves to be out there, and for everyone who wants to share it, everyone who wants to share their voice and share their art. And so if I can be of service and helping anyone else make their dreams in that regard a reality, then it would absolutely be a blessing for me to be able to do that. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. And I just like can't believe it. I'm so excited. Okay, more about this soon. And if you guys want more book content on here, let me know. Because obviously I already have 3 books out, and it has occurred to me that I could probably do like book readings on YouTube. And I don't know why that hasn't occurred to me until recently, but I think that could also be a fun thing. I was thinking of starting with Curse and Cure and doing like a Curse and Cure like YouTube book club. I don't know. Maybe I'll start with Witchbody actually, just because it's kind of shorter. So let me know what you guys think, because I think that would be kind of fun to do. Just do a little like read along on YouTube. I just don't see why not. I think it'd be cool. All right, y'all. I think that's it for me for now. I'm going to be like in a glowing, like jolly mood for the whole rest of the fucking week. I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have not grabbed a copy yet, please do. Again, the link is in the Kickstarter. Just if you can't find the link, just search Kickstarter, Bodymagic, Sabrina Scott, and it should come up. And if you can't find it, just like be in touch and I'll send you whatever information you need. And I'll talk to you guys soon. And thank you so much, everyone who supported the project. Honestly, like you are making my life amazing. And I just love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much. And I'll catch you guys later.